All right, we're here with Dude One, otherwise known as Brian McDonald, chump for the event. Thank you, Brian, for giving up your time this weekend to help us out. We were just talking about the day out there. What were your thoughts of the day?
Killer day. Started really early. We had an 8:30 competitors meeting, which I think is a West Coast record. Racing started at 10 a.m., bright and early. And West Coast, that's a pretty early start time, especially for San Francisco Bay, where a lot of people think, hey, you wait for racing to start a little later. But we had a full day of racing, and they called it when basically a clearing wind was blasting through, and Tango flag was flying, which means no spinnakers. And so there were a lot of races with spinnakers, most of the races with spinnakers, but race committee made the good call to fly the Tango flag, which means no spinnakers.
Right. But they had a little mix too. They had that, the spinnakers came out later in the day, and I think the competitors had a good mix of, traditional team racing with more of, classic keelboat boat handling stuff.
Absolutely. And the current here plays a big role. And so they had the wind picked up and it was ebbing, and so they took down the spinnakers. They said, hey, let's not do spinnakers. And then when the flood came, everyone that knows about current knows it flattens out. So they put the spinnakers back up, even though the breeze was stiff, but it was mellow or flat. They're going, and some great team racing, and it was really fun seeing the people play the current, playing the start line, totally different tactics for ebb versus flood.
Right.
And a lot of experienced guys. Seattle being the big winners today.
Yep.
They're familiar with current, they're familiar with breeze, and they did really, really well.
Right.
St. Francis fielded 2 teams.
Yep.
Really good racing. Nicole Briault, is her?
Briault.
She was awesome. She's been team racing a lot, and you could tell. And she was schooling people, making some really aggressive moves.
Yeah.
It was really awesome seeing Nicole kicking it.
Interesting you say that. I caught her a clip of her on video that's on one of the videos there, and I called it the move of the day. Were you on that race?
I'm not sure.
So the move was, it was a race against Newport Harbor.
Okay.
Really tight
Right
finish, coming right up to the finish, and I don't know if you saw that.
I saw that exactly. So she hunted pretty aggressively.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the one.
And so there are some people that feel that she may have been a little too aggressive.
Yeah.
And what was interesting is Newport, even though they were winning right up until that very moment, I think they had the 1-3, and then Nicole's pretty aggressive hunting basically prevented Jamie Malm from finishing in third. He took her stern, never bothered to make an umpire call. Now this is interesting, where some people feel like, calling an umpire might be deemed cheesy or something like that. People don't want to do that. But if you look at it from just strictly a tactical point of view, there's no downside for Jamie for making that call. If he would have called umpire and had it gone his way, he would have won the race. And I spoke to him after. I go, why didn't you? He goes, oh, I thought it was fair play. I thought she did a good move, and that's that. And I go, well, if the umpires felt that she didn't give you room to keep clear, a Rule 16 or a 16-2 violation, then it could have gone your way. And there's no downside for you to make that call, other than, the philosophical kind of cheesy factor, like, oh, why is he protesting me for that? Well, it's a game, and if it was a match race, I think match racers are more inclined to make the cheesy call. Team racers are less likely. But
and so how would you have ruled that if Jamie had asked for the umpire
we
call?
Personally felt it was a breach of 16-2. So the 16-2 is he's taking her stern, and then she keeps altering and he had to change course even more, which is a clear 16-2 breach. And so we thought the call would have gone to Jamie. So it's good. It's going to be a good conversation at the debrief tonight.
Yeah, and and I got it on video too. It'll be interesting to look over the video and watch that play again. I called the move of the day, so maybe a little too aggressive, but great attempt anyway.
I think people have different vantage points, and so from our vantage point, we thought it was too aggressive. There might be other vantage points where you don't see that, where that alteration of course would be attenuated, and you go, no, fair play.
Cool. All right. Well, good stuff, Brian. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow.
Thank you.
All right.